that don't have ear protection. And I'm saying this to mums and dads and grandmas and granddads and everybody. I want to say this to you in all seriousness. Please get hold of them and make sure you at least put your hands over their ears, because you are about to feel these cars. It's not that you hear them, it's not that you see them, it's that you feel them. It's like a shock wave as the wind picks up to a rather healthy 15-goal advantage. Either way, Lamantina actually won the Nitro Champs in 2 different locations. He won the first round, well, the first night was held in Sydney, traditionally rerun of the second night at Heathcote. That wonderful sound moving down the race, each other in the lines to make sure that they don't hold each other up. There's a professional gentleman's agreement that when the cars are fired, they've done their burnout and they bring them back into stage, that's when you know it's time to go. So the Palm Steve Reed for Walker's Turf Supplies will line up alongside Shane Olive in the Blast top field dragster. Running a satellite deal with the Lamantina team. Keep ready. Do you see what I see? So it's time for you to look at fuel for the first time. The Palm Steve Reed, they're posing fuel. Have a look at that already. And it looks like Charlotte will roll through the corner first. Burnout time.
Yeah, so much so we couldn't get into the tent early before. They were all queuing up to take a seat at the table. 2 cars being run by Lamantina Top Fuel Racing. Hasn't been done for a while. Phil wants to concentrate on what he's got with the main car, but great to have his great friend back behind the wheel, Shane Olive, who, I just say this, he just gets it. He's a showman, he gets the sport, and then decided one day just probably announced we're going top fuel. Everyone, this is a big step to do, but he's done it the right way. They take the baby steps. They race in turn, we work very hard, we're comfortable about it right now. The team will lead this transport to best up this race, and they are planning on taking the entire blast of top fuel.
We're still in Supercomp.
Three-stage for both Carpenter and Reed. Staged for Reed. Just that's going to go to Reed. He went through at a .056 reaction and his full length of the journey. A 5.16 at 130.
Cool. Now, you might not be able to see him in the night here, but he is wearing an open face helmet. He's wearing fireproof goggles and he's wearing the old mask with the breathing canisters on it that they all wore for years in fuel racing and junior fuel and top fuel, etc. They certainly did in hot rods and everything. So he's wearing the old school open face helmet and wearing the goggles and mask to go with it. So just a little bit old school.
Yeah.
And he'll be racing up against Kenny Stewart in the world's cleanest drag car. And 30 years of sponsorship through Fuchs. Moving your world. Fuchs moving your world. That's pretty impressive.
Moving Kenny's world.
In Kenny's world. Kenny Stewart Racing. Lovely guy.
.003 in front of the clock. That instantly gave him a red light. I can't remember the last time. 139 mile an hour.
Red.
9 Cookle. So, yeah, good outcome for Nathaniel Cookle. But I'll tell you now, Kenny Stewart will be kicking himself over going early on that one. Like I said, I cannot remember the last time he red lighted on leaving here.
Kenny's been, obviously 30 years with Fuchs Racing, so he's had 30 years of experience. I mean, we all make mistakes, but it's an unusual thing. Here we go, Princess Fiona, down there in that brutal looking little Alta. What a wild looking machine. I love that car. And the Pro Street towing car of Adriana Cartley's now, this young lady. And Fiona, look, I hate be racing against these two girls. They are so switched on. And they're good races and they come back beautiful big lane 2.
Both of them left on exactly the same reaction time.
Yeah, Stu McBain and the gentleman he raced against 003 too, Jason Young.
So let's have a look as they go through. Fiona Crisp, nice pass for her with the 003 reaction. Other side of the lane into lane 2 where the wind went to. Same reaction time we went through on a 4.62 cartridge.
Yeah, Billy Crozier now
Up against Neil Dyson.
Neil in the little 34 Roadster.
The Outlaw
See
Roadster.
the boot lid on that? He's got the old vents pushed into it, the flutes,
Yeah.
Billy Crozier out there, and his nickname has been for years, mate, the Pooncarie Projectile. Great bloke, Billy. He ran a little country-style dragster for a long time. Now he's running the country-style Altered. Ran out at 5th Street Burn, ladies and gentlemen, and the back wheels on the car then were Toyota Land Cruiser bags.
He's outgunned Crozier on a reaction time. I reckon that's pretty good.
Yeah. Look, 0.34 for reaction and 1.28 mile an hour. Now, Billy, no sleeper either. 0.82 on reaction, 6.34, which is so consistent for that little hot rod at 108 mile an hour.
Yeah, it looks like Stewie Mitchell's the next one out. Mitchell will back up shortly to come into the stage here.
Stewie Mitchell now in the Desperado comes forward, waiting for free stage to light, and there it is, full stage shortly, and that's now been secured at the start of this time. Let's have a look at 676.70 at 109 miles an hour for the car.
Jason didn't have a bad run, but didn't have a good run either. No. So they'll be out there to try and prove their second run tonight will do a little bit better for them.
Let's hope something comes out of it good for the pair of them, right?
Mm-hmm. So Jason in lane 1, the Max Crane Equipment Hire lane 1, Max Services. Lane 2, we've got the Moona Bay Holiday Park out on the York Peninsula. Big thanks to the Hawke family who are here in the pits with their junior drags. So thank you very much to Adam, Melissa and Bailey for your sponsorship of the Moona Bay Holiday Park, and our good friend Mark Kern from Port Augusta, Whyalla, Moomba, South Australia, Mildura, right around of 111. He will be happy about that.
Yeah.
667, still not a sleeper there to get a little bit better than that. Here we go, Dean Jamison, Mr. Magic himself. He's been racing so well, this fella. He can do it with his eyes closed lately. Jeffrey Marshall out here in lane 2. Now, Jeff on the little silver rocket out here. Now, you look at the attitude of Dean Jamison on the front, on the bike, that leaning right over, getting the centre of gravity as far forward as he can. Up on the toes. .565 and 122 for Marshall. On a 253 reaction, a red light for Dino. He runs a 567 at 121 mile an hour. So 567 against a 565. And that's just in qualifying. What's it going to be like when they're fair income?
Rightio.
We're going into eliminations later in the evening.
Rightio, let's look at the next group that's lined up in the start area for us. Dale Marshall in lane 1 up against Rob Church in lane 2. Both of them looks like they've got their warm-ups underway and completed, so it's just a matter of now pre-stage and stage. Pre-stage for Marshall, just waiting for pre-stage. There it is for Church. Now just a fraction forward for Church.
Full to get into full stage.
Robbie Church. Best reaction time to Dale Marshall, a .056 against a .212 for Rob Church. So therefore the win by the look of it at the ET of 5.542 at 124.58 mile an hour goes the way of Dale Marshall. Time for Rob Church on the other hand, a 604 at 116.9. Gave him a reasonable pass, but certainly not able to compete up against Dale Marshall. And then the start area, Al?
Sean Ricketts coming out now, mate. He's gone out into Max Crane Equipment Hire lane 1 in the Moona Bay Holiday Park lane 2. We've got Phil White. Now, Sean, as we said earlier, raced over at Whyalla last weekend, had a good time over there. Great little track, another 8 miles in South Australia on the other side of Spencer's Golf, the old Steel City Raceway. And great people over there, been going there for 20 odd years now and having great fun with them. There's a few bikes from South Australia come over. Archie Fabian's bus came in before, so Arch will be around throwing spanners at different bikes. Leading into it now. Tex Griffith, Dean Durlin. Tex in the Sherman tank out there. The only thing missing on that thing's a turret. I'll tell you what, I reckon the Sherman tank might weigh less than that actually. But big Dodge Roadrunner, ladies and gentlemen, a Plymouth Roadrunner, pardon me. Pretty much the same thing. Dodge Cornettes came out the same shape. So did Dodge Drumsticks in game time, so Cornettes, waiting for that.
Not the best reaction time, but he made a mover down in the deep section. We haven't quick look. He runs through on a time of 6:33 at 112 mile an hour, up against Tex Griffith 6:73 at 102.49. So therefore the win sitting with Dean Doolan for that one.
Here we go. We've got the FG Falcon out there and the VH Commodore, so this will be a good one.
Robbie Ashman now in lane 1 up against Sammy Joe Johnson. Sammy Joe Johnson purging off on the VH sedan in lane 2. Robbie Ashman in the FG. Best reaction time though went the way of Sammy Joe Johnson in the VH Commodore, and the win looks like it's going to go across that right-hand lane. Let's have a look at it. A 6:51 at a time of a speed of about 98.2. Up against, taking the win up against Robbie Ashman 7:77, which is 7.77 at 91.99. So better of the two runs went to Sammy Joe Johnson in lane 2.
Here we go. Timmy Con out there in the Monaro, Kyle O'Connell out there in the little Tirana. Pretty much the same era of cars, 68 Holden Monaro, up against probably about 68. Timmy goes trying to 125. React runs a 683 at 103. 755 for Kylie, and a better reaction for her on an O.
You got to build that much fuel on these things.
Wow. 329.